What it is, man, it's your boy, Manhood Boss, back again early morning, you know what I mean? Ain't even got dressed yet. You see I'm on my coffee, man. Finna give y'all another episode of my Hood Hustle Movement-HOODCAST, man. First of all, I want to say, if you ain't already, go click, like, subscribe, share, you know what I mean? Check me out on Apple Podcast, Spotify Podcast, Anchor Podcast, you know what I mean? If you already connected on Facebook, IG, you know what I mean, TikTok, you know what I mean, y'all go follow your boy, man, and support the movement, man, real boss shit, you feel me? You know what I mean, I'm gonna start this morning out by saying this right here. First of all, you already know my motto, hustling for food, you know what I mean, no get rich quick. The only way to get money is to provide real value, you know what I mean? This your boy Manhood, my hood cat, and this is the thought of the day, man, the thought on the early morning, man, thought on the brain, boss of your struggle, homie, you feel me? Be a boss of your struggle, you know what I mean? Be a boss of your struggle. I got to get this chip. It's just a couple things I got to do to get myself, you know what I mean, to make this thing look professional and adequate, you know what I mean? But, you know what I mean, I'm just bringing it off the hip, man, because, hell, you know what I mean, I'm just raw like that. I don't really, I care, but you know what I mean, you know, sometimes you just got to get it going, man. Everything don't come together all at one time, you know what I mean? And, you know, as long as you're making steps and making moves and progress towards, you know what I mean, you know, don't worry about having everything all way adequate and, you know what I mean, all the way on top or whatever, man. Sometimes you just got to get in the game, man, jump in the swimming pool, get yourself wet, you know what I mean, you know, go out there, get your bumps and bruises and so on and so forth, man, you know what I mean. So without further ado, man, I want to go ahead and, you know what I mean, elaborate on this thing, you know what I mean. Yeah, that's what it is, man. The thought on the brain today, man, boss of your struggle, man, you know what I mean. And this came to me, man, right here, because, you know, everybody want to be boss, man, you know what I mean? And true indeed, man, everybody feel a little sense of boss here and there. But I want to say, man, you know, being boss, you know, sometimes, you know what I mean, everybody go through stuff, man. You ain't always hit that light on one time. You know what I mean? That don't mean you know what I mean? Everything don't always go according to plan. Everything ain't always, you know what I mean, tailor suit, you know what I mean? And, you know, just you know, being boss, man, you know what I mean? Boss, you are human, you know what I mean? You go through stuff too. You know what I mean? You go through stuff too, man. You know what I mean? And everybody go through something, but it's what you do. It's what you do in them rough times, man. You know what I mean? Doing your hardships, man. Doing your come up. You know what I mean? That make you who you are. You know what I mean? Because it say in the Bible, man. It say, you know what I mean? Show thyself approved, thy faithful servant. Show thyself that prove thy faithful servant. And it also says right here, you know what I mean, even fire got to get refined. Even iron got to get refined and go through fire. You know what I mean? A diamond ain't nothing till it come out that pressure. You know what I mean? Till it come out that rough. You know what I mean? And that's what I want to elaborate on, man. Being a boss of your struggle, man. Just because everything ain't always tip-top, man, in shape right there in your life or whatever, man. Don't stop doing what you got to do, man. Don't stop taking care of your business, man. Don't stop coming through. Don't stop being boss of your struggle, man. You know what I mean? Taking care of your business, your responsibilities, man. You know what I mean? Doing what you got to do, man. Up in the ante, you know what I mean? Making stride, making progress. Because what you do in the dark, man, is showing the light. And what you putting in, you know what I mean? You damn sure going to get out. You know what I mean? Some things take some time, man. Some things take some time. And you know what I mean? Like I say, man, you know, people go through stuff. They have health issues, life issues, you know what I mean, relationship problems, and so on and so forth. But being a boss of your struggle is remaining faithful, man, even when things ain't always tailor suit. You know what I mean? And that builds character, man. You know what I mean? That builds character. That breeds perseverance. You know what I mean? It breeds personality of the person you are, man, and who you designed to be and who you walk around with. You know what I mean? Never take, you know what I mean? Never, if you a boss, man, never take yourself for, never devalue yourself, man. Never take yourself for granted, man. You know what I mean? Never let nobody else take you for granted, man. You know what I mean? And never let your situation get the best of you because you're a boss of your struggle, man. You gonna make stuff happen when it ain't no way. You might not can't put a Beijing duck on the table, but you know what I mean? You could put food on the table, you know what I mean? Everything, you know what I mean? You might can't pay your bills 6 months ahead in advance, but you can stay on top of your stuff, you know what I mean? You can stay adequate so the things don't get behind, and you know what I mean? Maybe you can't buy Shawty and BM and them kids, you know what I mean? The Maserati and all that old other stuff, but you could come through with some, you know what I mean? You could show them, you could show them that you know what I mean? That you there, that you providing, you know what I mean? That you ain't left them out in the cold, that you ain't left them out in the wind, you know what I mean? And you can't do none of that for nobody unless you're doing it for yourself. So that's what being boss of your struggle is about, man. Being, you know what I mean, being self-sufficient, man, being efficient, at taking care of your business on a daily, man, till you come up and reach them peaks in your life, man, where you can see some daylight and where the platform is, you know what I mean, where the platform is open so you could, you know what I mean, spread your wings and fly, man. You know what I mean? Like I say, man, you know what I mean, being a boss of your struggle, man, just mean, you know what I mean, taking care of your business, not lacking your responsibility, man, and still being that person you got to be, not only for yourself but for those around you, man. You know what I mean? All the time, you know what I mean? Being boss of your struggle, man. Always trying to make a way out of no way, not settling for the status quo, not getting complacent. You know what I mean? Always trying to up the ante, up the ranks, man. Being a boss of your struggle, man. Keeping that mindset, that mind state, man. You know what I mean? That this is just right here, it's just a phase, it's a test. You know what I mean? It's just something you're going through so you can get to the next level, to a better stage. You know what I mean? Being a boss of your struggle, man, you know what I mean? Having self-adequacy, man, pride, self-love, man, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? Self-togetherness, you know what I mean? Having your mentality right, you know what I mean? Having your mind and your mentality right, man. Having your heart right, man. Always pushing the ranks, man. Always grinding, man. You know what I mean? Putting more work in, man, than you getting sleeping, BSing around, and so on and so forth. Being a boss of your struggle, man. You know what I mean? Not really not seeing things as they are right there, intangible. Maybe you can't see it, but you pushing towards it, being the boss of your struggle, man. Believing in your dreams, man. You know what I mean? Believing in your ideas, pushing your agenda, man. You know what I mean? Going, you know what I mean? Just to change the narrative. Being the boss of your struggle, man. You know what I mean? Just, you know what I mean? Living today like there's no tomorrow, and you going hard as you can. You know what I mean? Being boss of your struggle, man. Never lacking, man. Always making a way out of no way, man. When it seemed like when you're back against the wall, you know what I mean? When you're back against the wall, man, and it seemed like all the pressure in the world on, man, being the boss of your struggle, man, accepting nothing less but the absolute best of what you can give, you know what I mean, at that moment, you know what I mean, in that time, you know what I mean, and you know what I mean, being a boss, yeah, that's what that means, being a boss of your struggle, man. You already know, man, I come from nothing, man, I come from the street, man, and I had to be boss of my struggle plenty times. I done been down, you know what I mean, I done been up. You know what I mean? I've been back down again. They say you ain't a real millionaire till you make a meal, lose a meal, and you can get a couple more right back. Well, I'm a real boss of my struggle, man, because I done been down, I done been up, and I done been down, and I done got back again. And that right there ain't gonna never change because I'm a real boss of my struggle. So I just encourage y'all, man, to be boss of your struggle, man. Be boss of your hardships, be boss of your times, be boss of your mentality. You got to be boss of your mentality because sometimes that, you know what I mean, your mind play tricks on you and you could get down. You know what I mean? We only human. Every day ain't a sunny day. You know what I mean? Rain comes, clouds come, and so on and so forth. But being a boss of your struggle, man, keeping your head up high, man, keeping your spirit high, keeping your soul, you know what I mean, intact, man, and being a boss of your struggle, man, just changing the narrative. You already know. That's my motto, man. How you gonna handle the word? You gonna change it from the outside if it ain't built in you in the inside. You gotta first manifest that in the inside and let it pour on them from the outside. You know what I mean? A plant don't even grow from the outside in. You gotta plant that seed and let it come up. You know what I mean? It got to grow. You got to water. You got to feed it. You know what I mean? Being a boss of your struggle, man. You know what I mean? Go hard about yours, man. Accept nothing else, man. Keep that perseverance, man. Keep that perspective. Keep your personality, your character, your love, man, and keep a smile on your face, baby. You know what I mean? You already know, man. That's my motto, man, and that's the word of the day, man. Motivation, man. I hope that resonate with somebody, man. I hope that encourage somebody. I hope that uplifts somebody. You know what I mean? I hope that gave somebody a hug this morning that's going through it, man. And you know what I mean? Can't really see no way out. But if you pushing, it's gonna be a way out. Cause I got days myself. You know what I mean? But I'm just a human being that's being, you know what I mean? I'm just a human being that's being boss, you feel me? Or whatever I got going. I'm gonna keep on taking my business. But y'all sit back and watch the come up, man, the terrain, man, you know what I mean, the rough stages, yeah, you know what I mean, I go through it. I'm a human being. I got a lot on my plate. I got a lot on these shoulders right here, but guess what, though? I'm a boss. I'm a real boss, you know what I mean? I'm a boss of my struggle. It's up here, and I ain't accepting nothing less. You know what I mean? I ain't good, and I don't feel great about nothing if I ain't being boss, if I ain't, you know what I mean, if I ain't in control of my situation. Yeah, that also means that too, being a boss of your struggle. You in control of your situation. No matter what's going on in your life, no matter how much money in your pocket, no matter who rocking with you or nothing, man, you a boss of your struggle, man. And never forget that. This your boy Manhood, man. I'm gonna leave that right there, man, because I like to keep these things, you know what I mean, short and impactful, you know what I mean. So I'm gonna just say, man, be boss of your struggle, man. And go out there and hit hard and goddamn gonna accept nothing less, man. Never, yo. You know what I mean? Not even from yourself. You know what I mean? Like I tell you, man, when the times get tough, the tough get going. You know what I mean? When the times get tough, the tough get going, man. So, you know what I mean? Get yourself together, man. Pick yourself up, man. Give yourself a hug, man. Look in the mirror, tell yourself I love you, man. And you ain't rocking with nobody you ain't rocking with nothing or nobody that don't, you know what I mean, provide, you know what I mean, provide some type of sense of something of that to, you know what I mean, to your life, whether they here for a reason, season, whatever. If they ain't providing value to your life, man, go ahead and goddamn gonna get rid of them, you know what I mean? Cause you can't, and another thing, man, you can't rely on nobody to make you feel, you know what I mean, confident as you are, you know what I mean? So everything else is just an adjective to, you know what I mean, it's just an add-on, you know what I mean? It's not there to be, you know what I mean, a primary feeling or a primary focus in your life, man. You know what I mean? Because you your greatest primary energy, man. You your greatest primary focus, man. And everything outside of you, man, don't count on it to pour into you like you got to pour into yourself. Yeah, I'm going to say that again. Nothing outside of you. Don't count on them to pour into you like you, because you got to pour into yourself, man. You know what I mean? So I appreciate y'all, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? As I get my day going, man, you know what I mean? Go out here and be boss of my day, man. Manhood buck, man. You know what I mean? Like I say, man, follow me, man. YouTube, if you ain't already on here. TikTok, man, you know what I mean? Hood Hustle Movement, HOODCAST, you know what I mean? You know, type that in, you know what I mean? Apple Podcast, Spotify, you know what I mean? Facebook, YouTube, man. Boss.